Alright, what's up everyone? It's your boy Richard Wong, aka RW, back with another video, and today I'm going to do something new, which is a sample breakdown. I just released a new sample pack. Not just, but pretty recently, my new sample pack, Depths Volume 0, out now. Link in description. It's free. Go and get that. 10 original compositions in like Frank Duke's Cubeatz style, except it's more focused on like darker melodies, stuff like that. So definitely check that out. And yeah, so today we're gonna do a breakdown. I've seen a lot of sample making videos, and there's a lot of things in those videos that I wish they did or people did. Some people have, some people haven't. I'm gonna try to combine them all into my sample breakdowns, just to make it as informative as possible. But yeah, before we get started, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think, subscribe for more videos. Alright, let's get it. Alright, the sample I'm gonna be breaking down is called Sorrows from Depths Volume 0. This is the full sample. Alright, so that's pretty much the whole sample. I'm gonna get rid of the master effects. Just want to inform you guys that I do have it pitched down 2 semitones, so it is gonna sound different. The first thing we started off with are these keys right here. I'm gonna play without the effects, and this is the MIDI right here. I'm also gonna have a thing pop up. You're gonna see the presets. That's something I always want to see. I want to see what sounds people are using, so that will be up there as well. But yep, this is the keys. Just simple chord progression. And if you look, nothing is really, well, that's not really exact either, but nothing's really on grid, give it more of a human feeling. So after the MIDI, I bounced it down to audio. It's just easier to work with, less CPU usage, stuff like that. And the effects I used are, the first effect, just an EQ. Scoop out the lows, scoop out the highs. Well, cut out the highs, cut out the lows, didn't scoop them out. And then the next one is graphic EQ. This is the Logic stock graphic EQ. So Logic has a few analog emulations. They have a Pultec, they have an API, which is this one right here. And they also have a Neve, I believe. And so this is the Logic stock version, and I think it sounds amazing. So I just have it boosting up some high end, adding a little bit of drive, which is just some analog goodness, and reverb. Pretty simple reverb on the EMT preset. Just a little bit of tweaking. I'm guessing I pulled down the dry wet a little bit, tweaked the EQ a little bit, stuff like that. I'm not exactly 100% sure what I did to change the preset, but there's a star there, so it means I did change it. So just take a look at that. And yeah, now with all the effects, sounds like this. Alright, so next I just had this pad. Here's the MIDI for it. Just, some chords based on the original chords. Now I really like how there wasn't really much of a release. It just goes and just goes away. Bounce it down to audio again, just easier to use. And all I did has ZQ. That's it. Just, cut out the lows, cut out the highs. And then moving on to the organ. It's the same exact MIDI as the pad, just put on a different sound. This is what it sounds like without any effects. So on this, all I have is the EQ, cut out the lows. This is the exact same reverb. I pretty much pulled this reverb from the pad onto this. When you do samples, a really nice trick is to use the same exact reverb on your sounds. You know, if you try to make it sound vintage, you know, people back in the day, they all played in the same room, you know what I'm saying? So they all have the same reverb. So that's what I did there. And then a shaper box, just, you know, a side chain, just to give it some movement. So with this, with the effect sounds like this. Now with those 3 layers put together, it sounds like this. Next instrument I used was the Rickenbacker bass, very simple pattern. And all I have on it is this VC2A, essentially just a soft tube emulation of the LA2A. Soft tube and Native Instruments, they collabed on this, and I just use it to give it, you know, just smooth it a little bit, make it a little smoother. Alright, and then finally we have some vocal samples, which are sang by myself. I'm not a very good singer, so I do have a lot of effects on this. 2 different types of vocals. One of them is pitched up, but they're also different patterns, but similar. So let's start with the lower one. I'm gonna keep the auto tune on. This is the original. So for this, just an auto tune, just to tune it. EQ, just to cut out the lows. Alright, it's a little altar boy. I have the format down 5, just to drive a little bit up, just to, you know, give it a little more grit, a little more character. Valhalla vintage verb. This is the stock, like default preset. Pull down the mix, pull down the pre-delay, low cut, just get rid of the lows, and finally, bam, right here, bandpass narrow on the Pro Q3, just to keep the frequencies that I want. So this is what it sounds like with everything. Next we have the high vocals. This is a different pattern. I'll play it without the effects. On this, pretty much the same effects, same EQ. So the little altar boy is a little different, pitched up 1 whole octave, format up 4. The drive is a little higher, you know, just to give it that extra saturated sound. The Valhalla is the same. The low cut's a little higher. You're probably thinking, wait a second, why didn't you use the same reverbs as the instruments? Well, mainly because I just wanted to use this for more character. You know, I wanted to give that airy feeling, so it's not gonna be in the same room. And bandpass narrow, because it's been pitched up, it's gonna be a different area. But this one has a shaper box, just for a nice side chain, 80%, and it sounds like this. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole sample. Everything put together sounds like this without the master effects. Alright, now let's move on to the master effects. I showed earlier I had it pitched down 2. So it sounds like this, how the sample's supposed to sound. It's like more dark, you know, a darker sound. That's what I was kind of going for. Next, I use Gold Foss just to open up the mix a little bit. Very low settings, 10% recover, 10% tame. I have a cut right here so that there's absolutely no low end coming through Gold Foss. I don't want it messing up my low end or changing the low end, so I just did that. Then I have the Slate virtual tape. Love the way this tape machine sounds. Super like natural sounding, nothing too crazy. Ozone non-imager. So for this, you see, I named the preset HDR sample. I literally stole this from Kane1 from HDR. I pretty much just took the same bands he uses when he widens the samples. Of course, this is different for every single sample, but these markers are the same for every single one. And that's pretty much his thing, and I stole it, but I used them for myself. And then Slate FGX, I swear this thing sounds great on everything, super warm, just a little bit of compression, a little bit of gain just to give it, more volume. It's pretty much close to where I want it to be, but yeah, barely any. Look at that, it might be one notch. Yeah, literally one notch up what I had. And yeah, Insight is just metering just to see what we have, so it doesn't affect the sound at all. So this is what it sounds like with everything. Also, there is a little bit of low end rumbling. Now, I was thinking about getting rid of that when I made the original sample, but I actually decided to keep it in there. I don't know why. I think I really just like how it just gives like the shaky feeling. And I know that's definitely like just preference. A lot of people might not like that, but that's just kind of the direction I went with for this sample. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys like this breakdown. We're trying to try to do one every week. I'm going to be dropping a new sample pack every month. That's my goal at least. So I'm going to have plenty of samples to break down. And yeah, if you guys want the sample pack, it's going to be down in the description below. It's on my BeatStars page. Depths Volume 0. 10 samples, absolutely free. There's a stems version available too. It's only going to be $20 if you guys want that. But if not, just get the 10 samples for free. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. As always, follow me on social media at Mr. RW on Instagram and Twitter. Everything's linked down below. And if you like what you saw, like what you heard, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe for more videos. And that's going to be it. See you guys next time. Peace.